Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to learn how to convert percents into decimals. Now, if you watch some of our other videos, we have one converting decimals into percents, and in that video, the way we do that is we multiply the decimal by 100, which essentially moves the decimal point 2 places to the right. So in this video, converting percents back to decimals, we're going to do the opposite of that, which is to divide the percent by 100, essentially moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. So let's try that with number 1. We have 26%. So in this example, the decimal point, its whole number would be to the right of the 6. So put that there. And if we move that 2 places to the left, we have 1, 2, place it there. That means that 26% as a decimal is going to be 0.26 hundredths. So that's our answer. 26 hundredths is 26% as a decimal. So we circle that. So let's look at number 2. Number 2, we have 38%, but there is a repeating bar over the 8. So we still take the same steps, but that's going to mean that our answer, when it's in decimal form, is going to be a repeating decimal. So let's go ahead and put the decimal point to the right of the 8, and then we move it over twice to the left, 1, 2, so it ends up before the 3. So this percent as a decimal is going to be 3, 8 with the repeating bar. So we have 38 hundredths repeating, the 8's repeating. The repeating bar is only over the 8, so only the 8 repeats. So if you wrote this without the repeating bar, it would be 0.388888, and it would go on forever. Let's take a look at number 3. We have 205%. So if you notice, this percent is over 100. It's actually over 200 even. And that's okay. You're allowed to have percentages that are over 100. That just means that when you convert this to a decimal, your decimal is going to be greater than 1, or in this case 2, because this is over 200. So we take the same steps. We put a decimal point over here to the right, and then we move it 2 to the left. So it goes 1, 2. And this ends up right between the 2 and the 0. So as a decimal, this is written as 2 and 5 hundredths. So go ahead and circle that. I realize I didn't circle my answer in number 2, so we go back and do that. So our last example, number 4, is 1.3%. Now, some of you might look at this and say, oh, it's 1.3. It's already a decimal. We don't have to convert. But because there's a percent sign, we know that this is still representing a percent. So whenever you see a percent sign, if you're asked to convert to a decimal, you still have to divide that percent by 100, which essentially, again, means to move the decimal point over 2 places to the left. So in this example, if we do that, we take the 1.3. We already have a decimal, so we don't have to add it, decimal point. And we move it 1, 2. Put it there. And then we can place a placeholder 0 right there. So 1.3%, or 1 3/10% as a decimal, is going to be 0.013, or 13 thousandths. So that's your answer. So hopefully after watching this video, you guys have a better understanding of how to convert percents to decimals. As I mentioned, we do have some videos on the channel converting decimals to percents, fractions to decimals, fractions to percents. So if you need any help with that, or you want to review anything, feel free to check those out. Thanks again.